Listen, guys. This Hennessy Venom this car right here in Real Racing 3, it was one of my top cars in Real Racing 3. But, and I thought this was a good car. But I was wrong. This car has the worst handling of any supercar ever. I mean, the handling on this car is just awful. You cannot drive it around anywhere without sliding all over the place. Like, I'm trying to drive this thing on Indianapolis, and the thing keeps sliding around in the corners when I'm trying to go through it at so many miles an hour so I can keep up with the silly Regeras. It's the Venom GT. It's just awful. I know I once said that it was one of my top cars in Real Racing 3, but now I'm disappointed in this car. And mainly for the silly broken handling. I mean, this car technically has no spoiler because it cannot go around anywhere without sliding all over the place. Like, I'm trying to go through the corner here at 150 miles an hour. I'm trying to go around this corner at 180 miles an hour, but I have to slow down to 150 because this car is just going to slide up to the wall. And the Koenigsegg Regera doesn't do that. And nor do the NASCARs. So, Hennessy Venom GT has to be one of the worst handling cars in Real Racing 3. I mean, the handling of this and the McLaren F1 are equally bad. And I'm talking about the McLaren F1, the production one, not the GTR. The handling on this car and the McLaren F1 are equally bad. You cannot drive either of these cars around the track without sliding all over the place. So, I give up on winning this Hennessy Venom GT. I know I'd rather buy it and stuff, and I would buy it if it wasn't so expensive, and they'll probably find a way to make it cheap. You're probably wondering how I'm going to do that, but I'll explain that in a future video. Yeah. This goal right here contains the Koenigsegg Regeras. The problem with the Hennessy Venom GT is that it cannot compete with them on handling. I mean, maybe the Hennessy Venom GT could keep up with the Koenigsegg Regera in the drag race, but that's about it. The only thing that this car is good for is going in a straight line. It is no good for going around road courses, or even speedways, or Indianapolis. I mean, it's okay around Daytona, but it stinks at Indianapolis. The Regera is better. I mean, I can still say that the Regera is one of my top cars in this game. Definitely over this. Yeah, at this point, the Regera is probably my favorite supercar, but we'll see, because there's other supercars out there. There's some awesome supercars out there, but this one is a bad one. Sorry, America. You failed us again. This is why all these other countries are beating the Americans and General Motors, because I'm not sure if General Motors made this car or not, and if they did, then I'm not surprised that the handling is so bad. It's just, I'm sorry, but Hennessy Venom GT has got to be one of the worst supercars out there in handling. One of the worst handling supercars out there. This car is better off in Forza 6 rather than Real Racing 3. Yeah. At first I was excited to see this car in Real Racing 3, but now I just feel like Real Racing 3 is not the right game for the Hennessy Venom GT to be in. It's better off being in Forza 6 or some better game. I think Real Racing 3 is too bad of a game for the Hennessy Venom GT to be in. I'd rather this car is better off being in Forza 6 and other games like Forza that are actually good or that have a good career mode. But this is just not the right car for Real Racing 3. I'm sorry, guys, but you may have to get rid of this car from this game. After all, Real Racing 3 is a freemium game, so you can do whatever you want. And, yeah. So, yeah, that was my disappointment in the Hennessy Venom GT. I will not be continuing on with this event to win this car. I have given up. I'm too fed up with this car, how bad the handling is. And to give this car a good send-off, I will be doing a customization video on it. So look out for that. I hope you have enjoyed this video.